There it goes. Wow, that took forever. Okay.
Wow, 3 of you with jungle backdrops. That's cute.
We're in Chult.
Would you prefer I use my Rhyme of the Frost Maiden backdrop?
No, I'm not telling you how to live your life.
Here's my other Chult one.
I like that one too. But no, you do you. Do whatever you want.
All right. Well, this was the city we were in, right? With the
Mhm.
we were at the city by the bay. It's not Dock of the Bay.
I love that song.
Hey, Matty, how do you access XSplit using this software? So, on the first one I've ever had.
And no one's gonna hear us. What's up, Twitchland? Happy Friday night. It is Friday, December 18th, 2020, and we are on session 7 of what is Alexa talking to me about? What the hell? We're on session 7 of Jungles of Chult, which is a homebrew centered around the jungles of Chult in Forgotten Realms. And currently, the characters are in the Thundering Lizard in Port Nanzaro. Yep, that's where they're at. And these are the players right over here on my screen, but right over there on your screen. Yeah, over there. And we're going to start off with that guy right there, Matt the Curie. Why don't you introduce us to your character?
Hi, Matt Kuda here. I'm playing Juku, a turtle of the grave,
Turtle of
and
the Grave.
he's just trying to figure out his life path back to Ubtao.
Gwydion! Hey, what's up, Gwydion? Thanks for the cheer bits. That was nice of you. It worked like a charm. We are currently using OBS Ninja for our camera system, and it's a little bit of prep ahead of time. And I made links. Here, I can show them to you. On the message of the day, I made some links. See them all here? So when the characters log on to the table, they just click the link and it takes them to OBS Ninja, which is a browser, like a what do you? It's a exchange of nerdiness, and then
Web
we get
storage.
cameras. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and we get cameras like boom, and you just resize them and put them up on your OBS, and you don't ever have to mess with them again, supposedly. So it's working great, and I'm also using the ProStream 5e software from G- Game and Buddha. I knew I would not remember his name. Game and Buddha, and that's what you see up there for all the characters' healths and wounds and their healthiness. When they get wounded, it's going to change according to the combat tracker, and it's pretty handy too. So that's cool. A couple new things. We do have a new player, but we'll get to him. We're going to skip down to. I got to remember to point that way. Down to Robin down there. Why don't you tell us about your character, who is relatively new to Flotsam?
Indeed. I'm playing Paige, Candleflame. She's a fire genasi wizard, and she's in Chult looking for things to take back to Candlekeep. I apologize for the background noise.
And she has minor illusion and can make sounds. Yep. kill children screaming in the background. It's
Mhm,
pretty
so
cool.
I'm sorry.
And Jingo, way down there in the middle. Tell us about your character.
I am Smedley Meyer, Ranger, Hunter Extraordinaire, Sage, and Scholar,
And jungle expert.
and Jungle Expert, and pretty deadly with my crossbow. It's my granddaddy's crossbow.
And I will be botting Tane tonight. Let me get him out so I don't forget. Character Tane Ravenstorm is a human ranger of the jungle sorts. He used to be. Well, he did do as a guide once from Port Nanzaro, so he knows Port Nanzaro a little bit. But he's not feeling well, so I will be botting him as needed tonight. And then, now last but not least, our newest player, first time uh, playing on this table, but not first time signing into Drake's tables for sure, is the Sphinster 77, or AKA Sven.
Howdy, folks. Thank you for allowing me to jump in. I am playing Warwick Crush. He's a half orc, and my father was a full blooded human who fell in love with a beautiful orc lass, and he was a great warrior himself. And I'm from a long line of great warriors, and I've set out with my tattooed body depicting all of their great wonders with a big hole I'm hoping to fill with my own tattoos of my own great warrior feats.
Not feet as in foot, but feet as in. Okay,
I
just
know at 6'8", I do have pretty great feet.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like canoes. They're like canoes. Well, I am
Fire
Drake, and
stompers.
I'll be your illustrious dungeon master for the evening. And we're gonna kick it off right in the bat with roll initiative. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We have to catch up. So here is the big ass map of Port Nanzaro, and you guys are currently staying at the Thundering Lizard, which is right about here. And if you zoom in on this illustrious map, you can really zoom in on it. Whoops, or you can drag it off the table. Uh, so this is the Thundering Lizard, and you actually spent the night here. And if you remember, you let me show you the map. But you're not staying here long because I think you're gonna head on down the street because you're gonna go help out his competition. You remember? She uh, she has some kind of thieving problem going on or something, and you guys are gonna go check it out. But so I don't even need to push you guys this map because you're gonna leave it unless you guys want a reminder what it looks like. Anybody care? No, good. All right. So here's your token on the big map, and is there anything you guys want to do in the morning? When you guys wake up, it's like 6 in the morning. You guys have your continental breakfast and all that kind of jazz. I do. Everybody does have a long rest. Yep, yep, yep. And so by the time you get like your crap together, get all the, you know, get your early morning rituals and spells done and all that jazz, it's about 8 in the morning, and the Red Bazaar is sort of kind of ready to go. They're underway, and so all your perusing and buying needs are in the Red Bazaar. If you remember correctly, the Red Bazaar carries luxury, not luxury items, but standard items like vegetables and produce and tropical fruits and light clothing, insect repellent, rain catchers, and household goods. So it's like your people of the city kind of trading here, doing stuff. Is that Fireball? What is that? Fire Cube?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Meteor swarm.
Fire Cube? It's Fire Cube.
Creeping Doom.
And and that kind of stuff. But the House of Repose is just down the street here. So it's this big building over here up against the outside wall. And I'm going to drag your token over there. So you wander through the bazaar and you look at stuff and you're like, yeah, yeah, we're broke. We need to go earn some money. Let's go over here because there might be some money to be had. So you guys come over to the House of Repose, however you want to say it. And I'm going to give you another big ass map because we can. In since we're in Fantasy Grounds. One of these buttons does it. Yeah, here it is. All right, so you're going to be using the top right of the map, and I'm going to go ahead and put your tokens on the map where I want you because I got a little line of sight going. Boop. Uh, yeah, so you guys arrive over here at the House of Repose during the day. Big question mark? Doody doody. Wait, let's play some music here. Let's do it. Not that one. I meant to play this one.
Love sound?
Did you guys get the map yet?
We
Yes.
did.
I don't see Juku. Oh,
Juki's
I
right
see him.
there.
Never mind. Never mind.
Do I have grid on here? I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Roland, you can see.
So the House of Repose. Let me see if there's some description going on here. I can close that. Oh, look at that. Uh oh. Jingo just subscribed. All right. Thank you, buddy. A subscriber. Tier 1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. 8 months. I've known you for 8 months. Wow, I haven't committed suicide yet? Can't believe that.
I'm working on it.
Kidding. Totally kidding.
Do you have any power tools?
Do you have any power tools? You know, have you ever met somebody you just know is just a serial killer? You just know it. There's
Yeah.
a guy that
When
lives
all
down
of
the
you guys,
street, and I just swear he's either a serial killer or a used car salesman. I can't tell. No offense to used car salesmen or serial killers. Don't get those two mixed up. I don't want to offend anybody. Have a unicar bomber. All right, so upon entering the large common room of Kaya's House of Repose, a distinguished woman approaches you, and she says, "Hello, my name is Kaya. I can tell from your appearance you are adventurers that everyone is talking about." She says, "I'm the owner, and I do have a job for you." So right off the bat, you don't even come in, and she's already got her hooks into you. Here's a picture of her. She's like she's like very very elegant. And as you
I
can
like
tell
her.
from the map, it's a pretty nice establishment. It's fancy. It's fancies. I didn't do line of sight everywhere because how much time can I put into this? But I did find this nice little map though. Somebody did a lot of work on it. It's a good one. It's actually 3 levels too that you guys are only seeing
Nice.
two, two or one of them right now.
No, you don't have line of sight on, so we can see all of them.
Oh, cool, cool. That's even better. I didn't really want. I did. See, the only thing I did for line of sight is I put it around the squares. So, like that. No, not illusionary wall. It's the wrong eyeball. Like that. Yeah.
And
See.
one random door
Well,
upstairs.
I pulled an asset from somewhere and it has line of sight on it already, and I just realized it tonight. I'm like, okay, bonus. I did do line of sight on one thing. Uh, because you know the the adventure or the little side quest I did tells you got to go into the cellar, and this map doesn't have a cellar. Obviously, I've pulled pieces and parts together, but it did come with a handy little Chaos House of Repose menu. And if I was a good DM, I would have put all this into shops, but I'm not that good. I'm not.
This isn't the classic rats in the cellar quest, is it? Grind for
Um,
XP.
yeah, yeah, it's something in the cellar. It's always something in the cellar somewhere. So you guys can buy stuff if you want. Just purchase away there.
The
Uh,
next show in the theater, I see we can buy theater tickets.
yeah, the next show in the theater ticket is Volo Vanderkamp in Chult.
Okay.
You already got a free show yesterday, but this one's going to be entertaining because there's going to be magic.
Tonight, tomorrow, next week.
For the next several nights until everyone until no one buying any more tickets to see us.
I don't see shell waxing on the services list.
It's under car wash. It's under car
Manicure.
wash.
It's
Yeah.
manicure.
Dino grooming. It's under the dino grooming. Yeah. Or feed herbivore. It's same thing. You know, per day. Feed herbivore. Yeah, somebody else can say that. All right. So where were we talking? Oh, she tells you she owns the inn, and she says, for several months, food and supplies have been disappearing from the cellar here. I have investigated myself for some time, just long enough to confirm that it's none of my employees or guests. But now I am at a loss. I can't figure out how anyone could be getting in. I understand that you'll soon be mounting an expedition into the jungle. She pauses and looks you over. She says, if you could solve my problem, perhaps I'll arrange for a guide in the city to be your guide at no cost to you for 30 days. Or, if you don't want a guide or you've already hired a guide, I'll pay you 100 gold to solve this problem. And also,
Smedley our guy?
say again?
Isn't Smedley the one from Chult? Isn't he kind of our guide?
No.
Tane.
Oh no, it's
Tane was
Warwick.
the guide.
Oh, Tane.
Uh, Tane went out first
Tane.
time as a guide and got captured and strapped to the bottom of a boat. So I don't know if he qualifies as a guide, because don't you have to actually return?
I don't have my notes from Gold Pedal, but
Well, you
I
have to
had
actually
everything written
return
down.
back to the port to be considered a guide, right? You can lead them
Yeah.
to the jungle if everyone dies. I think this is his second expedition because the first one into the jungle, everyone else died. So yes, you can use him as your guide if you wish. But if you do capture the culprit alive and bring him back, she'll give you a bonus of 50 gold. So so
We.
it's the anti-murder hobo slogan there. 100 or 50 if you 150 if you bring him back alive. She says, "What do you say?" She blinks her lovely eyes, looks at you over the top of her spectacles.
Well, what are we trying to capture? Do you know?
I don't know. A thief that's been stealing from my cellar.
What all has it stolen?
Hmm. Supplies, basically, things that I keep down there. I keep a rigid inventory of stuff, but supplies and food pieces mostly, but uh, some bits of decorations and ashtrays and that sort of thing. Trinkets, should we say.
And the food, is it all meat, all vegetables, or a mix of both?
The only thing we keep down there are dry goods.
Paige is like already writing on a piece of parchment, taking notes.
Cool. I can show you to
Let's
the
go.
cellar if you wish to look around yourself.
Indeed, let's go sort this out.
Hey, so she takes you over to this little section over here that goes down into the cellar, and uh, and I don't even need you guys to go over to that little section because I can put you on this other map real quick. Broop, broop. Uh-oh.
Juku was munching on some mango slices and just kind of following along.
Is that map going? What the hell?
I got it.
I got it.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
I'm
see
on it.
your little I don't see your little icons on it.
We're up on
I see your
this
tokens,
area.
but you know how when you share the map it goes broop on the bottom. I didn't see that. Huh. Weird.
If you close it and reopen it.
No, no, no. That's not good in Unity. Don't close and reopen maps and reshare. That it breaks stuff pretty fast.
Oh.
All right. So here is the cellar, and let's see. Is there a description of the cellar? Uh, yeah. So the cellar, you can see that there's some crates and stuff, and some barrels of wine and alcoholic beverages, and stuff mainly for up at the bar. It's mainly for the bar. Uh, but it's pretty obvious, looking around with some of your passive perceptions, that you can see that this drain grate has been fiddle faddled with. Um,
Curious.
yeah, it seems like the bolts have been recently used, turned, removed, and replaced. A couple of them are still loose.
So I would like to look around to see if I can see any kind of track or mark or scrape around the grate to determine footprints or handprints or claw prints.
It looks, and Kay can confirm that they have recently just swept down here, so you're not going to find any footy prints or anything.
Juku
Uh,
would like to use his eyes of the grave to sense the position of any undead within 60 feet.
and no, no undead within
None?
60 feet. Wait, you're not undead. Anybody? No. Okay, good. No one's undead.
Not yet.
Not yet. A lich turtle. That would be kind of cool, actually.
Wasn't there one in Avernus?
A
That
lich.
crazy turtle
Oh, I
something?
don't think he was a lich, but yeah, that was Kroll the Destroyer or something. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah, because he was pretty nasty too. You don't want to get in a fight with that guy. So let's take a look. It says they should be able to figure out fairly quickly that the drain cover bolts have been loosened to the point where the whole drain cover can simply be easily unbolted and silently lifted away from beneath, making for a quiet entry. So you guys figure that whoever's been coming and going has been doing so in the sewer, from the sewer, anyways.
Mm. Now, this was pretty obvious from just looking around.
Well, no, it wasn't extremely obvious. To a commoner would not probably have discovered this, but a seasoned third level adventuring party with passive perceptions of 14 and 15 and stuff like that, it was. Party sheet.
Rorik, help me get this off and let's have a look. I'll
So
start.
when you guys open it up, you can see that there is a hole that goes down into, like, way down into the sewers. You can see down in there, and there, sure enough, there's like uh, scratches and stuff where somebody's been shimmying up and down this pipe. However, the hole is only large enough for a smaller sized creature. Medium and larger sized creatures won't fit through the hole.
Not even if we squeeze?
Not even if you squeeze.
Can't squeeze this shell.
Yeah, the
Doesn't
tortoise.
collapse.
He plunks his head down inside and goes, "That's it. That's all I got." Oh,
We can
Juku
set up an
only half.
ambush here and see if something comes out.
Well, let's have a look around.
Um, um,
Let's go around and tap all
Well,
the
I don't know
walls.
who is smallest of the medium-sized creature that wants to squeeze down through here.
Not I.
Definitely not Juku.
So I
Probably
don't want to say
me.
no, no one can squeeze down through here. I'm just saying who is the smallest. I mean, Warwick obviously probably can't. Juku probably can't.
I was gonna
Uh,
say I could conjure my
Smedley maybe. How
familiar.
big? How big is Tane?
You could, yeah, if you had like a rat familiar, you could send it down and
I can pick any
see through its
familiar and I
eyes.
can cast it as a ritual, so it'll only take me about 10 minutes if you guys don't mind waiting. 10 minutes and I can summon like a little owl or something to fly down there.
Fine.
I am okay with that.
They're all looking around. Either you squeeze down in there or you summon your owl. Sounds pretty good to me.
Actually, it's
I'd say
an
a
hour
bat
and
would
10
probably be
minutes
better.
for find familiar as a ritual
Oh,
Oh,
because the casting
hour.
time
Wow, it
is an
does have a
hour.
casting time of 1 hour. I didn't know that. Okay, well, maybe that's I don't know. I don't know if that's doable.
It's still doable.
You should summon an owl with snake arms and with a stinger like a scorpion.
well, he's
I
not
mean,
going to be
I
able to
can't do
He's known as
attack.
that,
an imp.
but I can't
Otherwise,
conjure an imp either because I'm not a warlock. Yeah, so I will. If you guys don't mind waiting, I start drawing like my little spell casting circle in chalk and whatever it takes to cast it as a ritual, but it's gonna take me an hour and 10 minutes, and then I'll have an owl that I can send down there.
While she's doing that, I'm going to start looking along these walls.
Search the whole
Yeah,
room, make sure there's no like secret hidden doors or
yeah.
anything.
Go around, tap all the walls.
Oh, and 10 GP worth of components. Can I just spend the gold for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
The way I do spell components is um, most of you use a focus item. So if it's got a dollar sign,
It
you
does.
have to use the gold. But other
Okay,
than
yeah,
that,
that's
you
right.
have them. I didn't whistle at you, you butthead.
Okay, I spent my 10 gold to do
What? Did
my
you want to come up here?
familiar.
You don't want to be on stream? Okay, good. Yeah. So you guys pretty much let me. You guys pretty much search the whole place, and none of you find anything that's out of place. As a matter of fact, everything seems to be labeled and have a tag on it, and like a date, and it seems very organized down here as far as you know, expiration dates and receiving dates and where the things came from.
so
And
they wouldn't like it if we started swapping tags.
yeah, they probably would deduct the cost of it from your reward. You would think. I mean, she would be that anal retentive about it. You think, you know. Well, I had to send someone down there and spend 20 minutes reorganizing and catalyzing and change things, and I'm going to take 10 gold off of your reward. So
How far down that thing can we see?
you
Down
can
the.
you can see that it goes down about 15 feet to what looks like a little ledge, kind of a little sidewalk, and then in front of that is a wider area. You can make out part of it looking down that's got water in it, like the sewers would. So there's like a sidewalk on next to the sewer that's down a little
But
bit
it's
further.
dark down there, right?
Yeah, there's no light down there other than what light you guys. Even this cellar has a lamp that's not lit currently unless someone lights it.
I've got the light spill. I was thinking about putting it on like a rock or something and tossing it
Well,
down
I'm
there to
assuming
give
you're
us a bit of
using a
daylight.
light source to look down in there, so.
Yeah. I just mean when we're down there, just
Once
to
I
provide.
once I send the owl down there, I can see through its senses
Does the owl have dark vision?
out to 100 feet. Yes, it has dark vision.
All right, that's gonna help a little bit. So yeah, so you guys hang out. I don't know if you guys go up and get a drink and come back down while she's doing this ritual.
Warwick is gonna sort of look around and switch two of the labels,
He's like, it's
I look at
it's.
Warwick.
He switches the plum wine with the brandy wine. He's like,
and then he has this crap-eating grin on his face.
he feels satisfied. He made a little chaoticness. Have you
When
guys
I
chosen your alignments yet?
Yes.
Have we? I thought we were going to pick each other's alignments.
That's
At some
typically
point.
at third-ish level is where we start discussing how everybody's been playing their characters and what alignment they should be. Not, I hate for you guys to tag your characters at first level. I'm chaotic good, and then you realize that you're really freaking chaotic evil. Uh, but or you're playing your character not chaotic good. You're playing your character chaotic evil. So the other players are gonna kind of dictate how you're playing your character and what alignment it should be. We have like a vote.
That's cool. I like that.
But since we have a couple of new players and a couple of new characters, I think I'm going to postpone it like maybe level 4, you know. So you guys get a chance to role play a little bit. And so an hour and 10 minutes goes by and you get a little owl. Let's get your owl. Let's make your owl. You're going to use this owl often, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah,
So
probably.
owl. Let's do the Monster Manual Owl. I'm going to make a copy of this little booger. And we're going to pull him up. And what do you want to call your owl? Hmm?
My
Hmm?
owl's name is Screech.
Screech? Like from Saved by the Bell?
Yep.
Wow. Screech. Screech? Screech. Screech? Screech?
Screech. Two
Yeah,
E's.
I had
Yeah.
that. I just didn't say it.
Okay. Okay.
And there you go. There is Screech.
Thanks.
And I will put Screech in the combat tracker too. Boop. Uh-oh. Why didn't I get... Oh, that's the party sheet. That's why. Doesn't work in the party sheet. So now I got to find him again. NPC. I alphabetized this list on the side, and now I can't find it.
Oh no.
The tabs on the side, I made them all alphabetically ordered, and now for 2 years I was like, this should be alphabetized, and now that they are, I can't find anything. In the combat tracker. There he is. He's a mad owl. All right, let's take a
Nice.
look at little Screech. Let's see. Screech has one whole hit point, armor class of 11, perception of +3, +3 stealth, dark vision 120 feet, and can't really attack because he's a familiar. But so Screech flies down. What's his whopping intelligence? Let's see what kind of intelligence he's got. He's got a 2 intelligence. So
I
when he
just want to
communicates,
use it so I can look through his senses.
and you have to concentrate on that, and it's an action each round to do so if you're in combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like while I'm looking through the
That's a
owl's
funny sounding owl.
sight, sorry. I can't see or hear anything from like where I am. So if my compatriots don't mind kind of keeping an eye on me.
So just saying, when you come out of the find familiar, you're gonna have like a sticker on your back that says "Kick me" or something. You
Sure.
know, with this party, you never know. Your tags are gonna be rearranged.
You have
Uh,
a magic marker mustache.
so the I'm gonna move your token to where the owl is, so you can
Okay.
see, and we'll
Okay.
pretend that that's the owl.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take your token and I'm gonna hold shift because I don't want to break the line of sight and move you over here. So you go down the well and you can see that there's a which is, I'm sorry, it's actually right here is the grate that you come down.
Oh,
And you can see over here that there's some light shining in and a ladder that goes up.
oh, okay. I see. Um okay, I'm gonna use my message cantrip to send a message to, oh, do I have to see them? Oh, a creature within range, but I don't have to see them.
Well, I don't know. Can you send a message
Oh,
through the owl
I'm an
currently? So
idiot. Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry. Shit. And I don't think I can use my own. Can I talk to them while I'm looking through the familiar?
You should be able to talk to us.
Okay, yeah. You see through your familiar's eyes and you hear what it hears, but it doesn't say anything about
sure. Says
my
it
own
doesn't
self.
say you can't, so I would assume you can.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Then I'll
you're
just talk
not a
Yeah.
to them.
warlock. Warlocks get telepathic communication with their familiar.
Right. Um well, it says you can telepathically communicate with your familiar and find familiar the spell. But okay, so I'll just narrate to the party who's still in the cellar with me what I'm seeing through the owl's eyes. And so I'll tell them. So I'm looking from where I came down, it's about 50 feet um, to the east. There's a stair that goes up like a ladder, there's light coming from it. It's definitely like a sewer system of some sort. There's several offshoots that run north south.
Yeah, and
Um,
this is like water pouring in from up top, and then water's like kind of flowing this direction.
And yeah, so I'll describe that to all of them. Unfortunately, I can't really send the owl too far because then I'll lose my link with it. It can only go 100 feet.
You can probably get to like over in this T intersection.
Okay, then yeah, I'll have the owl kind of fly there just to look around.
All right, so yeah, you can see that it tees off and it continues on. You can see that there's another intersection over this way, you know, same
All
kind
right,
of T. But you can also see this ladder here, like
so
medium-sized ladder, like a regular-sized ladder.
so I will describe all of that, and then I'll recall the owl because I can't hear them talking to me anyways. So in order to have a conversation with them, I'd have to stop looking through the owl's eyes. So yeah, I'll recall the owl, and then I'll tell, yeah, let everybody know what I saw.
Okay, and that didn't open up all the line of sight that wasn't the tunnels, right? Because I held shift.
Correct. Yeah,
Cool.
no, I can't see anything else.
Cool. It worked like it's supposed to. Fantasy Grounds Unity. All right, so she gets back and she says what she says. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, did you see maybe another way to get down here?
There's a ladder that comes from somewhere else that goes down into the sewers. But if we're in a building, it must be maybe the next building over or from another location in this building.
Or in the street,
Or yeah, in the street. Oh
street
yeah,
gutter, or
maybe.
Do you guys want to like go up top and look around?
It's fun.
Yeah.
is there a Joey bag of donuts at the bottom of one of those?
That's Baldur's Gate. This is Chult. Vinny and Joey Bag of Donuts. So you guys go back up top, and I'm not gonna move your tokens, but if you look on the other map, um, this one, you find a sewer grate that goes down, and it's a big one, like a
Do we
manhole
see
size.
do we see
All right.
Kaya anywhere? We could ask her for permission to enter that sewer.
Better to ask
Uh,
forgiveness and permission. Let's
she
just go.
it's still kind of early in the morning, so it's not busy out here yet, so she has no problems with that.
Let's see if we can find any tracks on the ground out here around this sewer grate.
No, this sewer
Okay.
grate does not look like it's been disturbed, so you guys, um, have to kind of unwedge it. It's kind of heavy. It's like a manhole would be kind of wedged down into the thing. It's sewer grate, but you can see the ladder when you do it. It looks like it's an access hole for the sewers, but it doesn't. It's rusty and it doesn't look like it's been tampered with recently. You got to
Can you
pry it
unlock the
up.
toolbar for this map?
Uh, they are both unlocked.
Thanks.
Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to close some maps, and I'm going to assume that you guys go down into the sewers, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juku is very comfortable in the sewers.
All right,
Is he now?
who's going first? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put you guys
And
all
where
over here.
you and your brothers were raised?
A rat friend, rat daddy,
And you had pizza? You had lots of
all
You
the
pizza.
ordered
time.
pizza? Yeah.
Are we gonna meet Master Splinter?
12
All
and a
right,
half.
so let's take a look at the description. The water in the sewer is relatively clean. It's got clean in parentheses. It's not drinkable, even if you boiled it, you don't think it would be drinkable. But it's still mostly water, not sewage, so that's a good sign. Because this is more, and Port Nanzaro gets a lot of water, and you are probably assuming that at some point these sewers may have a purpose. They lead into some kind of turning gears or some waterfall or dam or something, but you don't see that now. Uh, and there's you can see once in a while you might see stuff in the water moving around. The water looks pretty deep. So, but you guys are on the ledge, right? And that's down at least for the most part, unless it's heavily raining. It doesn't look like the water comes up to the ledge that you guys are on. But it occasionally you can tell that it does because you can see where things have washed onto the ledge and stuff. But right now the water's down about 3 feet from the ledge. You know. So which ways do you guys want to go?
Can you push me the map, please?
Oh, I guess I need to push all you guys the map, don't I?
Let's go see if we can find the hole down which the owl crawled and look for
Cross
tracks
there.
at the bottom of the hole.
Well, the owl came down this hole right here.
Okay.
And what is that there? It's a spillway or
Yeah, it's a spillway. Yeah, there's like the where the water comes from somewhere else into the. It's like churning and
it's flowing that direction.
yeah, the water's flowing this direction.
So yes, Warwick will come over here and see if it start searching, leading up
Yeah.
to it. And as we get up to it, see if I can see any kind of tracks or marks or scrapes,
Yeah. Smedley will look for tracks as well.
dead
Everybody
bodies, magic item.
that let's do how well you guys are good at looking for tracks right in the chat. Wow. So Warwick's like, I found my axe.
I'm distracted by the moving water.
Yeah, but what is Juku's like? He sees small footprints all about on the ledge here by this grate.
Juku
You know, it
will
looks
point
like
them
on the
out,
wall,
everybody.
to get up to the grate, there's like a little crate that's been stacked here and looks like somebody's made a makeshift little thing to get up to the grate. Currently, it's
Juku will
been
point
kind
out
of
how
knocked down, but
obvious this was to see to Warwick.
yeah, but Work's complaint is he couldn't see around your shell.
Did you see? Do you see the water moving? There's something in the water. Uh, Look,
Yeah,
watch.
there's something. What you do see something in the water moving. You think it might be fish? You think there actually might be some fish in that water?
In the sewers?
Is it
Do you
Yeah,
brown
really want to
floating down?
eat them?
they got like little bits and pieces of stuff hanging off of them. Like
Is
mildew
it
and
three-eyed goldfish?
like a piece of toilet paper stuck to their head.
I say we check out the next junction.
I agree. Does anybody have dark vision?
I do not. I will be lighting a torch.
I have dark vision.
Well, I can cast light,
I
so
can see,
Okay.
but everything is
that,
gray.
so I'll just cast light. Like I can cast it a whole bunch of times as a cantrip, and it lasts an hour. So what do you want to cast on? Your helmet,
Cast it on the
your
owl.
yeah. Well, I can cast it 5 times, many times as I need to, so everybody can have their own light source. Pick up a rock.
Well, cast it on the end of my torch.
All right, cast it on the end of your torch. I'm going to cast it on the head of my mace.
So I haven't locked the tokens yet. So you guys are free to move about the cabin. Let's.
Smedley, can I borrow a copper? Do you have a copper I can have?
Absolutely.
Here, cast it on this copper piece.
All right, I will cast it on the
There's
copper
like
piece.
You don't
800 pebbles, but he asked for a copper piece.
And then I'm going to drop it into the water.
This is not a wishing well.
And I'll watch. Look, the water is moving. Watch.
All right, hold on one second. Let me.
I'm going to stare and watch and wait.
Let's get some Sirenscape sounds going as you guys are in the sewers.
Nice.
All right, so you drop a coin in the water to see what's down there, and
Toss a coin to your sewer.
Well,
Why
even
are
easier, as we walk along, I could just cast light like every 30 feet. Bing,
why isn't
bing,
Sirenscape going to
bing.
the stream?
We just light up the whole sewer.
Oh, it is. It's just quiet. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, you want to see what's in the water? So let's take a look at that. Um, so you see. Where did you do this at work? Right where you're at?
Yes, right by the walkway there.
So, out from under the walkway, when you drop this coin in, a a large reptilian type of creature lunges at this coin as it floats down to the bottom. And you can see that this water is probably 8 feet deep at this point. And this creature you probably have recognized, and I'm talking real slow because I'm looking for a picture of it.
See, I told you. There's something in the water. You didn't believe me, but look, see.
We're all
Well,
gonna
It's
die.
all in your
Ghastly.
imagination work.
do we have a image? Did anyone make an image? No one has given me an image. No monster
It's
manual.
your job.
Right, but it's a monster. It should be in the monster's manual, right?
It's not linked on the NPC sheet.
It's not even in the monster manual.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
But
In the
everybody knows what one of these things look like. It's a big ass crocodile.
Oh, you need Kobold
It's
Press for that.
yeah. Do I have cobalt? I don't have cobalt press.
There's an alligator stat block in one of
You
their
don't
books.
have the Tome of Beasts?
Yeah,
Tome
Toma
of
Beast or
Beasts.
Creature Codex. You can get an alligator stat block. As there might be a crocodile too.
Oh, I'm looking at images now. If I knew how to be a D&D, I have Monster Manual, Player's Handbook, Expanded, Xanthars.
Volo's mine?
No, no. Yeah, I got Volos, but Volos doesn't have one.
Well then.
Yeah, you would think the Monster Manual would have it though, right? But everybody
I know
knows
what
what a
I'm getting you.
crocodile looks like. So, uh, yeah, so you've attracted a crocodile. So let's do one of these.
Since Tane is right there, I'll say, hey, Tane, do you have a ration I can have? I want to
Tane
feed
looks
the
down at
little
this
creature.
splashing and sees this head come up with this big jaw and looks down at his initiative and looks over at you and says, "Not before you go." Wait, I didn't put the crocodile in? Yeah, I did. There he is. All right, so Warwick, you do get to go first. Makes sense since you're right there. So yeah, it comes underneath the from underneath the bridge there and snaps at, and you see your coin go away, gloop, as it snaps at the coin, and then sticks his head up out of the water and looks at you and hisses and makes his blub, 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 blub noise. And you think the size of this thing being about 14 or 15 foot long could reach up and grab you by your ankles. And it looks like he's hungry. So you're trying to feed him a pork chop? Pork chop? Warwick thinks.
All right, so I'm
Ooh.
going to. Never mind. He doesn't look friendly. I'm going to grab my axe. Never used fantasy grounds before. Hold on. And I'm going to. I'm not going to reckless. I'm just going to grab my axe and try to like shoot, shoot, and more sort of swing it around in front of him.
Nice.
Nice.
Ah, nice little crit there. In addition to the standard critical hit, so you like take your axe and you like smash him right in the eyeball with your axe, and you have blinded him for a round. So let me drop that on there real quick. Uh, heavily damaging him for 13 points of damage. That's a pretty crappy roll, actually.
Yeah,
Blinded
that's
on the
okay.
crocodile. All right, so you can do what you want to do. And let
I'm
me
just
set
going
that
to
to 1.
step to the side a little bit. Tokens are not locked if you care. Shoo.
Bob. I blame Bob.
Back.
Smedley. So you guys are like somehow got on the other side of the all the way on the other side of the place, and you can hear this thing sloshing around and slashing around. Do you got a light source, Smedley? Or you?
I have the light spell on the end
I
of my
cast light
torch.
on everybody's
Yes.
stuff.
Oh, everybody's got light. So Tane's got light, and Warwick just dropped his in the water. So Tane's light source is lighting up the area. So underneath this bridge, you can see this crocodile is kind of raised up out of the water a little bit, and Warwick's leaning over and striking down at this thing 3 feet down. Well, it's not quite 3 feet down because it's reaching out of the water. And he's gashed it in the head, and blood is pouring out, and it looks mad. It looks really mad. You can see one of its
All right, I'm
eyeballs
gonna
is dangling out of its head.
m- move up to it and stab it.
And you hit.
Oh, he was blinded. That's why I got advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't see you. His eyeball's like flopping around as he's tossing around. Oh, you stab him pretty good. Right in the back of the head. He comes raising up, his eyeballs flopping around, and he like hits the little drawbridge. It kind of cracks a little, and you freaking run him through right as he spins around in the top of his head, and he plumps,
And I'm gonna
rolls
step
over, and
away
his little
from the water
crocodile
because
feet go.
I'm afraid there might be more than one. So I'm gonna step back with my last 5 feet of movement.
Back.
Yeah. Oh, this is only 5 feet wide. I can't
Yeah,
step back. All right. Well, then that will end my turn.
and with that, I'm gonna take you guys out of combat because you killed the crocodile. It does its last little and dies. Uh,
He floats down the river.
yeah,
Pity, he would have made a
yeah.
nice pair of boots.
Well, he's kind of big, so he starts to float down, and then you can see the little fish start nibbling on his body, and more little fish start nibbling on his body, and more little fish start nibbling on his body, and pretty soon there's a whole bunch of AKA quippers all eating on this carcass.
Ugh.
So how far away is the carcass from us at this point?
How far away do you want it to be?
20 to 30 feet,
Okay. You wait till it's 20 or 30 feet away.
and I jump in and grab my copper.
You're gonna jump in the water. Let's see
You're gonna
if
spill so bad.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh, do it.
the hell. Oh, that was a nice delay. All right, so are you like looking for the copper under the water,
You said we could see it glowing 8 feet down.
or yeah, because
If I can't see it, then I won't go in the
the
water.
crocodile wouldn't have eaten it. He would have been interested in it, but he wouldn't have eaten it. Yeah, no, you can get it. The water is pretty foul, and when you go down under the water, you get your coin, and then you come back up. I'm assuming you're not gonna hang out very long, right?
Nope. Just grabbing my coin and coming
And
back up.
Warwick's pretty strong enough that he shouldn't have any problems pulling himself out or anything. The edges are a
Severe
little
pink eye.
slick, but he's tall enough, so you're gonna get out on the other side. And right now, for the next until you take a long rest, any grapple checks against you have a -2 because you're so slick, which
Yeah.
includes characters trying to grab you too to help you, like if you're falling or you know.
Gotcha.
And if for any reason you have to make like to hold on to your weapon check or anything like that, you're going to be at a -2 as well, to because your hands are all slimy. The water is goopy, goopy.
Okay. But I have my coin, and it's glowy.
Yeah, you do. You have your coin back, and I'm meant to take you out of initiative. All right, you killed a crocodile. Off. I see. Oh, let me unlock the tokens. Sorry.
I just tap Juku on the shell. Yeah.
All right, so Tane is gonna follow along. You guys, I forgot that you guys can't move other player tokens.
How solid do these wooden things look?
Um, semi,
So
semi-solid.
I'll watch as Tane walks across it and see if it supports his weight.
I got
The,
across it, and I'm the heaviest.
yeah, Juku's
Okay.
like 400
Then
pounds or something.
I'll go ahead
450.
and cross.
I weakened it just for you.
What is the arrow pointing at?
I'm not sure
I
what
just
page is
said,
pointing at.
what is that? There's, I don't know, what is that? It looks like a
Pipe
lever on the
sticking out of the
wall.
wall.
Yeah,
Looks like a
something.
pipe sticking
It's
out and
a
then going
it's
back
a
in.
it's a pipe, and then there's a valve next to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know if it was significant.
It's to
No,
bang on it so steam can come out and hit you in the face.
yeah, it appears to be a pipe with a valve next to it. Could be significant. Maybe that's who's doing the thieving. All right, so when you get to the corner, Juku, and you look down this way, you can see that the walkway has collapsed here, and it's about a good 10 to 15 foot distance to get across it if you go that way.
All right. Let's come back. Let's go check out this corridor down here. What do you guys think?
Out face.
Across
Hold on
and
one
around.
second. Need to check one thing real quick. All right. I tell you, things are a little laggy in Unity, putting things in the combat tracker and stuff than they were in Classic, right? Just a little bit. I notice it a little bit. Um, so we have initiative. I don't think you guys are going to be surprised. No. As you guys get to the corner here and you kind of, oh, let's turn around and go back. You know, you're not being very stealthy, right? You're not being quiet. You're just walking along, clanging armor and banging and stuff. And up at the ceiling over here, on this above this, you see like a stone bridge over the sewer water, and like this area in the sewer appears like older than the ones you just passed through. Um, in fact, in the distance over there, you can see an area where the walkway to the sides of the channel have eroded completely over there, and then when you look above the stone bridge, you can see that the ceiling has begun to form stalactites up at the ceiling as well, giving the area more of a like a cavernous feel. And then from those stalactites, you guys see movement coming down and creatures that look uh, like like this image I'm looking for right now, like this. As we have dun 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 dun.
Come on.
Tane goes
Nailed it.
first, so Tane is still around the corner, which he shouldn't be. So he's here. He's like, what? So he is going to shoot. What is he gonna do? These things can fly, so he is going to use. Oh, he's got what is it? Magic stone or something he likes to use? Yeah, 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 yeah. So he's gonna, as a bonus action, right? Yeah, as a bonus action, make 3 pebbles start glowing, and he's gonna chuck one at one of these things.
I
Unless
have a
someone,
glowy coin if you want.
unless someone stops him. No, no one's stopping him. Okay, he is chucking at that one and misses. Ping, pang, pow. It bounces off of here and there, doing the old you know, kind of miss, and he's gonna move back a little bit. Just a little bit. Give some room if somebody wants to move around. Smedley.
Targets. I am going to cast a hunter's mark. Let's give it to that one. Then I'm going to, oh, damn it, I don't have my crossbow out right now. I'm going to drop my light spell torch at my feet and take out my crossbow.
Okay.
And that'll be my round this round.
You bonus action. You drew a weapon. You can fire it.
My bonus action was casting the hunter's mark.
Right. And you
All right.
free action. Take out your crossbow. Draw a
Okay, I'll
weapon.
take that shot. Let's see.
And we assume as part of the action you're going to load it. So and you have both your hands free, so no problem.
Oh,
And you hit with an 11. How is that possible? I guess that's a hit. Yep, that's a hit.
Oh wait, I don't know why I did that. I wanted damage. Okay. It
Did
did
you
not
actually?
Jeez.
do the hunter's mark damage.
That's because it
Did I get
probably
the right
wasn't
one?
your turn, maybe. Maybe because you passed your turn. I don't know. But roll a d6 and I'll give him the love.
Because you put the wrong effect on him. You're supposed to
Oh,
put
did
the
I?
IFT on yourself and the Hunter's Mark
Oh,
C
okay.
on the target.
Okay, then let me do that. But there was my extra d6.
So these things are, actually starting to stir around. One of them kind of, you can see them dropping down, and they're starting to move towards you. And from underneath these pipes over here, you see a creature kind of rises up out of the shadows, right? And he's he's about 3.5 feet tall. The creature is, and he's not wearing any pants, and he's got a bowler hat on, and he takes a poop and splits it in half. He like breaks it like a Snickers bar, kind of, and you can hear it go. And he flings these things like freaking darts, and one of them comes flying across and hits Paige right in her knapsack, like bop, and the poop explodes into a shatter of Clyde poop all over your back and your neck and the side of your face. And he does the same thing to Warwick, except this one hits him right square in the chin, like and it just sticks there like a cone sticking out, like a uniturd off of his chin, and then slowly slips and falls to the ground. And he laughs, claps his hands, and runs away. And you guys have just been hit by Clyde the Poo-Slinging Monkey from Engorgio in the chat. Yep. Yeah, his he loves it. He loves it.
It smells like peanut butter.
Yeah, well, you can't really smell it too good down here because it's sewer, You're like, is that peanut butter or did someone have peanut butter and jelly and pooped? You don't know. You don't know. Clyde the Poo-Slinging Monkey. And then Dark Mantle, Astounded Argumentative Stride. Oh, can you come up with any bigger ones?
How high is the ceiling here? Just for reference.
The ceiling here is 15 feet, so not super high. In
Okay.
most areas, some areas it might arch up into, like a greater, like in the some of the central areas, it's a little taller. Like here there might be an archway or something that's a little taller, like 10 feet, like 5 feet higher. But these things are, they have a fly speed. So this one's going to, come flying over here. Like right here. And they're making like a weird noise. Kind of like a bat does. You know what I mean? The old echolocation kind of thing going on. And with it, a area of darkness descends upon you guys that is a 15-foot radius. Wow. So that's a 30-foot circle, right?
It's
So
darkness.
yeah, it just goes dark. Whoosh. Uh,
It again.
so dark vision can't penetrate the darkness, and no natural light can illuminate it.
That's a 25-foot radius.
What about light spells?
Let's take a look at that. If any of the darkness overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower, is that what you did?
It's a cantrip. Yeah.
The spell creating the light is dispelled.
Jerk.
Damn, and it doesn't go away either. And then he also tries to get a hold of Juku. So it's got all these like little hooky like it's flapping and it just like tries to like grab a hold of you and it tries to hit you and succeeds. So he attaches to you and he starts to like he like right on your face and your head and the top of your shell and stuff. And he starts to like squeeze on you a little bit. You can feel him tightening down as he does 4 points of damage. Let's see. If the target is a medium or smaller creature and if the target is a medium or smaller creature in the dark da, 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 da. Yeah, so it like engulfs your head like and it's got over your head and it's like squeezing you and it's starting to suffocate you too. You're like you're trying to breathe and stuff. And
I can
so
hold my breath an hour. It's good.
yes, he doesn't know that. He's trying to suffocate you though. But you are
Okay.
blinded.
All right.
Uh, let me just read what else you do. Okay. And it is done. All right, so the next one gets to go. Uh, Impartial Scream. So he's going to move over here and try to get a hold of Paige.
No!
Now,
Reaction to cast the shield spell on myself.
well, you can, I mean, if he totally misses, you don't need to use the reaction, right? Oh, that's true. You don't
Um,
know if he's going to totally miss or not. Okay, I got you. Uh,
oh, I
it gives
didn't
you
put
a,
it on.
he gives you a 5. Well, let me redrop that on you since you got it on you. He still hits.
Still hit.
As
Okay.
he does the same thing, attaches to your head, starting to squeeze on your face as you take 9 points of damage and you're blinded,
Yay.
which is the same thing as the darkness technically. Warwick.
So from the tales that I grew up with my father and grandfather, uncles, have I heard of these things before? Do I know what they do?
You've never encountered these creatures before that I'm aware of.
All right, and so as the light starts to fade, Warwick almost seems to split in half as this knight steps out from within Warwick, full plate, battle axe, and shield, as he says, "Ancestors, guide me. May my axe strike true." And I'm going to go into a rage. Am I able to hear this thing right on Paige and hear Paige react to this thing attacking it?
You can hear.
Right, so I'm gonna take that as a yes.
You can
So I'm
hear
going to
some
attack
flopping
this
around in
creature,
front of you.
and I'm going
Now,
to
I
go right.
mean, shield
What do
has a verbal component, so I would have said something casting it.
yeah. Good.
I think the verbal component is get the fuck off me.
Yeah.
Not today.
Uh,
Oh, do we want? Do you want us to put the blinded condition on ourselves?
yeah, actually, let's just re-roll that. Well, I'll let you re-roll it standard. No advantage. And what do you have advantage? Just hit disadvantage then.
Right. Yeah, because it did say drop to second 3. Just saying. But okay,
So
give
the
me just a
first
second
roll
here.
was the
I'm.
12.
Oh, it does say that, doesn't it? Nice. I have that extension on. Oh, so you do hit then. Okay. So hopefully you don't like kill it all the way through and the damage bleeds through her. That's what you're hoping you don't do,
Decapitate Page.
right? You know, you
Yeah, please
you
don't.
do like 10 points of damage to it. It's only got 4 and it bleeds through. But you don't. It's pretty solid when you hit it. You're like chunk.
Oh,
You're like holy shit.
yeah. I've never used fancy ground before, so I forgot to put this on it. Would you add 2 more to that, please?
To powerful scream gets 2 more points of damage. Okay, got it. So hit
First
on
mistake I've ever
attack.
made.
Oh, so you're given disadvantage on that target. Did you drop that on it too?
Oh, that's right. So yes. Let me do that
If it
because it is
doesn't
attacking
attack
me.
you, well, we'll see who it attack. Well, it's gonna attack her, so you can do that. You can apply that.
Thanks.
Yeah. So the knight is, although you can't see it, is attacking this creature as well.
Awesome.
It's alt. You gotta hold alt. So this one's moving over, and it's gonna fly back here. Kind of like this, and head towards Smedley, who is flopping around making commotion noises. It's like sonaring on him with its echolocation. But it had to dash to get there. Juku.
All right, Juku is going to try to tear this thing off my face.
Yeah,
What do I need to do for that?
there is a thing about it. So let's see. While attached to the target, a creature can detach the dark mantle by a strength check as an action. So give me a strength check in the chat there. Let's see how well you are. Like, oh yeah, no problem. You like, and you like just knock it off of you. It's like it starts flapping in the air next to you now.
Now,
So
is that
you,
my action
yeah,
or
as an action, yeah.
okay? and I don't
So
really have
you no
anything.
longer are technically blind. I'm going to take the blinded condition off of you, but you're in darkness, so you will have disadvantage to hit. So I guess it's the same thing, right?
Just leave blinded on, yeah.
Yeah. I should do that on Warwick and Page too. Actually, you guys can if you want. Just drop blinded on yourself. That way you can take it off. Sober voice is over here, and
Have the blinded effect.
yeah, it should be under the effects.
No, no. I mean, it's already on me in the combat tracker.
Yeah, I do too.
You already put it on
Yeah,
me.
I did it on because you got the thing on your face. That's why I did that. But
Mhm.
Warwick doesn't, uh, and Smedley doesn't. So this one is gonna come over and attempt to try to get a hold of Juku. I guess that's right. It hits. So it does. It attaches to your face again. So there's another one. Doing 5 points of damage. And yeah, that's what it does. So there's one on your face. Paige.
Okay, so I can't see anything.
Uh-uh.
So I'm I'm just gonna cast mage armor on myself. I should have did that like forever ago because it lasts for 8 hours. So that's what I'm
I
gonna
would
do.
I would allow you to have that. Just burn the spell, and you already got it on you. So just drop that on you. We'll say you already did it when you came down the ladder or whatever.
Aw,
I mean, unless
okay.
your character is that forgetful. Are we saying your character is pretty forgetful? Does she have to make a note and
Oh.
remember everything? Oh, I made a note to remember to put mage armor on myself. I don't think so.
Tie a string around your finger.
Yeah. No, I don't think she's forgetful at all. I think she's quite smart.
Okay, so yeah, we'll say she had it.
Thanks. Well then in that case, I
So
don't
yeah,
really
you got.
know what to do. I
Um, I mean, you know it's on your face. I mean, you can stab it, you can magic missile it, you can,
um
it's
that's
it
true.
Most of
hasn't.
the spells say creatures you can see.
I
Yeah, well,
actually
So
think
a lot of
I
these can't do.
share
yeah.
my flaming sphere. And it takes up like a 5 foot square. That's not working, but I want to put it in
Well,
there.
just tell me where you're gonna put it.
Can't I move it? That's the real question. In the square of the one that's on my face. And any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the square. Actually, so then can I put it in the square behind it?
Yeah, yeah. As you're like fumbling around and digging through your pockets trying to figure out what you do, you not only are going to have disadvantage because you're a little distracted from Engorgio and chat, but you also find a random magical item that must have fallen out of Clyde's poop or something. Uh, so I'm going to let you roll that since Engorgio bought you a random magical item
Thanks,
of
Engorgio.
yeah, a potion of greater healing. Nice. That's a very nice random magical item. I will throw that in the party inventory and ID it for you, and you can grab it out of there when you get a chance.
Okay, so this just says that whenever a creature ends their turn within 5 feet, they make the dex save and then they take damage.
Well,
And yeah.
just to be clear, before you cast this, you will be putting it in the 5 foot square, which is this square here, because that dark mantle is on you.
It's
It's
so
in your
that
square. If you put it so it affects that creature. If you put it in the square you have, it's not going to affect that creature. You follow me?
I guess. Okay. Then everything else I need to see my target to hit them with.
Well, you could try to pull it off. It's an action and it's a
Yeah,
strength,
but
but
it'll also hit all of my allies if I put it in that square. Because me, Warwick, and
no,
Juku
no.
would all be within
You
five
could try to
feet of me.
pull the mantle off of your face. Like,
Oh,
get it off of me, get it off.
I'll do that then, I guess.
It's a athletics if you choose to do so. In the
Do
dice
you want that
in
in
the
the
chat.
power?
No, right in the chat. We want to see how pitiful it is.
Pitiful. Oh, that's
Oh, so you pull this thing off of your face and chuck it over here into the square right here, and you can breathe again. You're like, you still can't see because of the darkness. I took the circle off on accident, but let me make a real circle. It was a temporary one. 30 foot like that on this one. Why
That's
does
a
it
30-foot
shrink?
radius? I thought it was a
Uh,
15-foot radius.
uh, yeah, 15-foot radius. It's not that big. Where do you shrink it? Oh, there we go. Uh, right like that. Like that.
that would be it for me.
Oh, then I'm not blind because I'm not in here.
I don't know, what's your owl doing?
Nothing because
He's like
I already
he's like
my
perched over here on the he's
he's
here though,
perched on
right?
my shoulder. Yeah, he's
On
on
the
my
glide
shoulder.
pipe.
No, he's over there checking out what this monkey was doing. He's like
All right, fair enough. But yeah, I already used my action, so I can't command him to do anything. So he does nothing.
But that is a way you could see though, right? Right, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but I have to use my action to see
No,
through
I
his.
meant next round or whatever. Smedley. So
There's
you're not in
darkness.
the
You can't see
lightness.
through magical darkness.
Yeah, but he could
Dark
see.
vision
He
can.
could see that she could run down the hallway screaming, going ah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm going to shoot the one in my face.
You're gonna have disadvantage.
I am a crossbow expert. I am
You're
not going
not
to
gonna
have
have
disadvantage.
disadvantage. A 2 does not succeed though.
Uh, oh well.
so
You
close.
you need a 3.
I'm also going to
As your
step back
arrow,
5 feet.
everybody hears that arrow fly down and do you're gonna slide back 5 feet.
Yep.
All right, so argumentative stride is the one that Juku just pulled off, and they can't double up, so it's gonna. I guess it's gonna provoke, but don't you have to be able to see your target for an attack of opportunity? I'm assuming.
I don't think so.
Nothing. Nope. You
I mean,
just take disadvantage on it for being blind.
yeah.
So it does leave your threatened square, Juku, as it you can hear it go and kind of fly by as you smack it as it gets out of your threatened square and killing it. All right, that's one
Good.
less we got to deal with.
That was the dark one.
Yeah, that's the one that had darkness on it. So it now that I got that circle all permanent, and why did it get bigger? 5, 10. Oh, it's right. Uh, there should be a faster way to do that. Sober voice is gonna try. Oh, it's on your face anyway, so it's. Let's see what happens when it's attached to you. It attaches by engulfing the target's head, and the target is also blinded and unable to breathe while the dark mantle is attached in this way. While attached to the target, the dark mantle can attack no other creatures and has advantage on its attack rolls. Its
So it
speed
can
becomes
attack me
0.
with advantage, and that's it.
Well, it's got advantage anyways because you're blinded, so I think that's the same difference.
Yeah.
Uh, each creature can detect. Yeah, so it. All right, so yeah, so it just tries. It just squeeze it on your head, so it just gets its squeeze on your head automatic, or it's got to roll to try to squeeze you some more. So it is squeezing you for 5 more points of damage. And Tane is going to chuck his stone at that one. This one on that one. Chuck. And hits, doing some bludgeoning magic damage to it. Lightly wounding it. And I think he's going to move back a little bit too. So as to not be affected by any darkness. Paige, now you can see.
Yes.
Let me take
And
the blinded condition off of you.
thanks. I'm gonna cast. I'm going to shit. Sorry. Choose one creature. No. No. Okay, I'm just gonna cast magic missile, I guess. One at each of them.
So you're going to wound all 3.
Yeah.
Pew, pew,
And
pew.
that'll be it. I'm just gonna mark off my spell slot. Okay.
And Dark Mantle dilapidated. Hey, what's up, Veno? Just in time for us to take our break. So let's take a quick break on this Dark Mantle dilapidated turn. Because I got to go pee pee, and I know some of you probably have to. But we are going to take a 10-minute break to do some stuff and get drinks and all that. But I am going to start a timer for 21 48. No, not 21 48. I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to put the slideshow on and stuff for you guys. But we'll be back. I'll put some pretzel on if you want to hang out. If not, come back in a little bit, and we'll still be here. We got another hour and a half almost left. So we'll be back. See you guys in a little bit. All right, we're slowly getting back to the table. Most of us. Well, three of us. Four of us. Uh, Maticuri's playing daddy daycare, so I'm sure he's checking on the kids. Had 100 questions. Can I have some water?
Already did. He gets
I'm
to
checking.
stay up late tonight, though. No more
Uh-oh.
school for the rest of the year.
Woohoo!
All right, so we left off. You guys are in the sewers. Some dark mantles have come down and swooped down and is causing some havoc. You guys. So this one back here was was hit by a crossbow bolt, right? From Smedley? Dilapidated? Is it? Did you hit
No, it was
or Warwick?
I hit them all with magic missiles.
Oh, that's what it is. So it's gonna try to see who it wants to grab that's right next to it, and it is Smedley that it goes after. So it's gonna come flying over and try to give you some face love, and it does. It hits attaching to you and starts to squeeze on your face, doing 4 points of damage and blinding you. Blinded by the light. Juku, as you finish smashing this thing with your glowing or your not glowing mace, now you look down at your mace and it's not glowing anymore. You're like, huh? And you can hear it go splash into the water down below. And you look around. Paige's light source does start to glow again. I'm only going to allow them to each spell to affect one light source. That would be kind of stupid that everything goes wink, 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 wink. That's pretty baller. So
Yeah.
they each can do the darkness thing if
Well,
they want
second
to.
level or lower is also pretty baller.
Yeah, so
There aren't that many high level light spells.
yeah, so it's gonna and you can't really upcast it.
No, it's a cantrip.
So, but
So
it winked out yours, but so you got plenty of
is
light from the other people
sober
behind
one
you.
still on my head?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so
All right.
you're blinded anyways. But you can see some light coming out, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
around it.
yeah. Um,
You gonna try to pull it
I'm just
off,
gonna
or
try and smack it with
you
my mace.
you just gotta hit yourself in the face with your mace? All right, so
Yep.
the rule applies if you do more damage than it has hit points left. The overage applies to you.
All right.
So that's you got to roll the dice on that if you want to do that. And that's a hit, doing 6 points of damage, moderately wounding it. It is pretty. They are pretty tough. So
Yeah.
Screech screeches out. Hoo 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 hoo.
Not doing anything.
No, the
Just
screech
flying around.
supposed to go on your turn.
So he, well,
Is
that's a
that?
good,
I
but they
think
can't really do anything unless I use my turn to tell them to do something.
right, but I meant in the future that they would normally be on
No,
your
they
turn.
have their own. They have their
Oh,
own
do they end
mission.
up having their own turn? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
The
I'm
only
just gonna hide Screech for now since he's not really gonna do
Okay.
anything, just to get him.
uh, unless you're packed to the chain, the only thing they can do is help, or they can use their reaction on your turn to cast a spell through it.
Right.
A
Touch
touch
spell.
spell. Yeah. Warwick. So
So Warwick
Warwick.
is usually very distracted as walking through the sewers and when he was waiting during the find familiar and stuff. But now combat has started. He's laser focused and he's um, working in tandem with this ghostly figure next to him, and he's gonna wreck this.
Reckless attack, where he's like, rawr. Ooh, double 16s. So that's a good hit. Good solid chunk. Ooh, massive damage too. Doing 15 points of damage, just smashing this thing's skull in with your axe, like cleaving right through it, chopping it almost in half as it goes splash down into the water.
And then I'm going to step backwards, and the night sort of fades away, and this thinner, gaunt man in studded leather armor steps forward out from Warwick with two rapiers, one in each hand, as we go to attack the one attacking Smedley.
Um, Tane feels pretty skilled with this last little rock. He's gonna chuck it at Smedley's face. He's gonna hopefully yeah. He's like, squint your eyes! He yells out as he hits this thing. Boff! Doing nice 7 points of damage and it's heavily wounded, so it's like flopping around on your face, on Warwick's face, uh, or sorry, on Smedley's face. And Warwick, you get to go again as we started initiative over.
All right, so again, so he's going to lash out with his axe.
Wow.
Swings across his head. He tries not to
All right,
kill Smedley.
so you're using your
Hold still.
ancestral warrior on it though, right? So it does. I'm gonna just click disadvantage because it's gonna have disadvantage on trying to squeeze on Smedley's face and not attack Warwick, since you've got your ancestral dealy do, right? Am I doing that right?
There you go. I'm getting it on him now. All right, he's good.
All right, let me unclick the
The answer to your
disadvantage.
question is yes.
So it's going to try to work or medley face, which ends up being a regular roll since it has advantage and disadvantage because work is blinded. And so it's going to crush his face for another 8 points of damage as he fails on his concentration on Hunter's Mark. Damn it. There goes that first level spell. And Smedley, it's your turn.
So he only took half, by the way, and it worked correctly because of the
Oh yeah, I see
ancestral
that. Cool.
ghost there.
Yeah.
Can I just check to pull it off?
We can't hear you, Jingo. Or you're sounding distance. Oh, your mic's up in the air, that's why.
Yeah, I was eating an ice cream cone. I didn't want to get it all over my
Ooh,
mic.
ice cream cone sounds good.
Yeah, it was a mint chocolate chip ice cream
That's
cone.
Wow.
Athletics check to pull it off.
You want to use your strength to try to pull it off? Yeah, yeah, roll that
Yeah.
right in the chat there. You guys have been good at that. Everybody's successfully pulled off these things when they wanted to. So I am going to remove the blinded condition from you as you pull this thing off of you as
Yeah,
your action.
that was my action. If I hadn't lost my hunter's mark, I was going to transfer it to him. But that's all I'm going to do this round. I'm going to stand my ground against it.
All right, when we're gonna move it into this square and Paige.
okay. I'm gonna cast my produce flame cantrip, and I can hurl it at an enemy. So I'm gonna hurl it at the one that's on Juku's face.
All right, you're gonna have disadvantage
Yes, I'm aware.
since you're in
Fucking
me
Engorgio.
in melee. Well, not only that, but you're in
Oh,
melee, so
oh
so
yeah, you're right.
you might as well burn them both up at the same time then.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'm not Chris Perkins. You can't have double disadvantage. And
That's
it
important.
dodges out of the way. Another two, another three, and it would have hit it. So you were close. Juku's like moving around, and he goes flying by.
All right. I'm gonna smack it again.
He's like bashing this thing, and it's that's a good hit too. For 7 points of damage, heavily wounding it. There's little guts going on. Your ears are ringing a little because you're just like smacking your face. Kind of, the sound is bleeding through a little bit. As we go to top, oh no, sober voice is the one on you. Um, and
He can only attack me.
yeah, he's gonna try to squeeze your face. And you could retreat into your shell and give it what, a -4 to hit you. What is it?
How would it hold on to my head if my head is inside my shell?
Well, it would
Yeah.
be on your shell then. It would be squeezing on your shell.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Good,
I
good
mean,
point.
when you're in your shell, you're probably blinded anyway.
Hmm.
So it does. It squeezes on your face some more, doing another 6 points of damage. Juku's looking a little weak in the knees here. This thing's squeezing his head. You got some. You think you got some earwax leaking out of your ears or something going on. Tane is going to use another bonus action and make three more pebbles magical, and then chuck one of them at this one flying around dilapidated. Dilapidated, and he dodges out of the way. And my name is spelled Robin with a Y.
I'm just yelling at
With
Engorgio.
a
Don't
Y.
mind
I
me.
know, I know, I know. I'm helping you yell at him because Gorgio's in his Clyde mood tonight, isn't he? He always likes
Mhm.
that. He loves it. He loves
Right.
poking at the players. He does. Smedley, this thing's like buzzing around right next to you. It's. You think it's gonna get on your face again?
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Crossbow expert. You lock and load. You point this thing up at it. You fire and you connect. It sticks right into its flappy flapness. For almost as little damage as you can do, almost. But it looks critical. It's like limping in its flight path here.
Hey, shoo!
Anything else? You yell at it. Go away
Just yell,
before I shoot you a second time.
I'll shoot you a second time.
We got to
All right.
remember uh, that Smedley is Monty Python kind of in the jungle. So
Yes.
Paige, giving some more flame love.
Will it get opportunity attack if I move away, even though it's attached to Juku's face?
Your character assumes that it's gonna try to keep squeezing on Juku's head.
I'm gonna step back to there.
It and it and it cannot attack you.
Cool.
Sweet juicy
Now
turtle brains. It's
I'm
after.
gonna throw a produce flame at it again.
On Juku's face.
Oh, at the monster on Juku's face.
Okay,
Yes.
well you hit the monster now. If you do more damage than it's got hit points, that damage is gonna carry over to Juku.
I
Just
know. I'm
saying.
sorry, Juku.
Just saying. Just saying.
Just do it.
Max damage.
It did
Yeah,
not.
it's not dead.
That will be
So
it for me.
so you can hear underneath that Juku says, "It smells like sizzling."
All right, I'm gonna tear it off.
You're gonna just pull it off. You're like,
Nope.
It's like
Son of a.
for some reason if you think it might be cooked a little bit. It's like shriveled up, like it's like a piece of bologna has shriveled up on your head because it's a fried bologna. Warwick,
All right.
this one's like, eh.
Part of him is disappointed the rest of his group couldn't kill these things. So, but it's all right. That's why he's here. He's gonna finish this thing off.
The hell's a scritches?
Scritches. When you pet your animals, you don't go scritches, scritches.
No. That's a hit. As you recklessly
Kill it.
chop into this thing, doing enough damage to kill it, as it splunks down into the water. And you're like, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, getting by.
That's actually 30. We'll put him right there next to through
So
Juku's square
you're
and
taking
over.
double movement to get through the occupied squares to 30 feet. Excellent. And it is going to try to crush on Juku, missing with advantage. Wait.
18 misses.
Freaking turtle shell. Damn. I'm like 18. I'm like that's a hit right now.
These guys have been
Tane,
rolling crazy good
right? I
in the
mean,
20s. All of them.
I really haven't noticed
Every
because
freaking one.
Tane, he can't really. He's just gonna ready if he gets a shot at one of these things or another hostile creature. He's gonna chuck a rock at it, a magical one. Smedley,
I don't have a clean shot on it, do I?
you got a
Paige, is it?
-2 on it.
I'm gonna take that shot.
And it's looking pretty weak. It's looking pretty sizzled up. It's got burn marks on it, and oh, it could have been a crit. I would have loved to have seen that. All right, so it bleeds through. So you hear Juku yell out in pain as he takes 8 points of damage. Oops, not too, and is no longer blinded by this thing as it falls off his face and lands on the ground next to him, and he starts stomping on it, mad at the thing. As we are done, and you guys defeated them.
I am casting Cure Wounds on myself
I am
Because you,
also I am
twice.
also
oops,
casting. I've got you. I'm casting
I'm
one
gonna
on him as well.
I'm gonna use my second level.
ooh, Juku is fully healed.
Does anybody else need it?
Smedley's
Page.
down and Paige is down.
Oh, I could. Oh, thank you.
That's probably
Well
good.
done.
That leaves Paige down just a little bit.
I have potions. I'll be okay. Thank you.
Save the
Mm-hmm.
potions if we need it. I
And
have
I
another spell.
accidentally reset line of
Uh,
sight, so. But you guys remember the other way, right? I hit
Yep.
So
the
I'll
line of sight button instead of the unlock tokens.
set the blade of my great axe down in front of me. I'll go down to one knee. Ancestors, thank you for your assistance as the ghost forms back into me. I stand back up, a little out of breath.
What's the mechanical ramifications? Is there something?
Only if
Yeah.
he frenzies. I don't.
um,
If you don't frenzy, then there's no penalty for rage.
Yeah, I don't think he has frenzy though. So he
no.
doesn't ever have any negatives or anything. Okay. All right, so you guys take a quick little, you know, 30-second break, catch your breath, and then what?
And
We were
that
gonna go back
zombie
up.
fight was that the night before?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our first full day with Paige. So I'll go. Are you okay? Do you need any assistance? I'll sort of take a rag and sort of wipe it on my dirty body. Do you need a bandage?
With like just super bright eyes and a big old smile on her face, she says, "No, I'm good, thanks."
Does she like draw a quick little sketch of these things and make some notes?
No, that was Gold Pedal's thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She liked to draw. No, my character does take notes occasionally, but not the way that Gold Pedal did. She's yeah, it's different.
She might make a journal or something maybe later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. She's more of a writer, not an artist.
All right, so the tokens are unlocked, and there's Screech if you want to use him for any reason.
Juku, did you want to go back up and then down the other causeway?
I was thinking there might be a pathway down here, wasn't there?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think, and plus this little walkway is caved in, so we might as well
Right.
stay where we can stay on the walkways for now.
Uh, As long as we, as long as it's possible.
Yeah,
Right.
and you don't really see the little footy prints over here. You know, when you came down this way,
Hmm.
the ones you saw when you know that you suspect is the culprit. There's not any little footy prints in this area. All right, hold up a second, Juku. As you get
Okay.
right here, since you weigh more than 100 pounds and you
Oh
cross over
no.
this plank, you are going to go kersplash into the water as they break. It doesn't even say you get a roll or anything. The only roll you get is if there is a something in the water, and there isn't. So you go kersplash in the water, and I guess you swim over here and climb out.
Yep.
All right, so these planks
Sorry,
have
guys. Took a long way
broken
around.
now and fallen in the water, so you no longer have a easy access across here.
Spammer in the chat.
Arrow
Oh boy.
band.
Two of yes.
Yeah, two of them.
Band. Band them. I mean, you think there's actually people attached to them? I mean, like, hey, you want to buy a potion? I mean,
They're just bots.
yeah.
I'll call out. Juku, are you okay?
Taint's gonna.
Just a little wet under my shell.
Yeah, Juku, you have that same condition as Warwick does. The
Slimy
-2.
shell
Yeah,
disease.
the sliminess. But yours is a little more gleamy since you have like turtle wax on. It's like beating up in little beads,
I
like
can't
the
move
hood of
the
your
owl.
car. Oh yeah, you can't move the owl.
That's dumb.
So you got to create it as a PC.
Can you and then take
Can I
control
step
of it? Yeah.
out? Just here to look. Scout. That's the word I was looking for.
Um.
I wish to drink a potion.
Oh, I
So
think it
it
Um,
just loops
it
down.
it just goes down and turns the corner this way.
Thanks.
I would like to drink my potion of climbing.
Hey, that's you're like. Mmm.
Gives climb speed equal to my walk speed.
For some reason,
And so
it tastes as nice as a bottle of fine wine. It costs about 50 gold. I don't know. I mean, isn't that what a potion of climbing costs? Suck down 50 gold.
I have no idea.
So Warwick is going to get a running start and jump across.
Ceilings are 15 feet high. I don't think you would have any trouble with your strength to make that without even rolling, right? 10 foot?
Correct. He can jump 17 feet with a 10-foot start.
Cool.
I would like to. Can I use this wizard power I have to make a small ladder? That would be. No, never mind. It wouldn't be big enough. I can read. Never mind. I was gonna
3 feet
MacGyver,
on the
but
side and weigh no more than
yeah,
10 pounds.
it's not enough. It needs to be 10 feet across.
Now,
So never mind.
you could take these boards and move them over there if you wanted to.
Or just
Uh,
walk the extra 20 feet
Or
up and
just go
around.
around, yeah.
not go. Oh, I see. Wow, we can go around. I'm dumb. Listen, I never said I was a very smart person.
Tane's gonna try to catch up to the party. He's gonna come.
Same.
Wait, what's going on with this token?
Juku, my coin is broken.
Quit chucking them in the water.
Doesn't shine anymore.
Yeah, it does.
think I think that was Clyde's leftovers,
You
not the
get
Didn't the
coin I gave you.
darkness? Didn't the darkness put him out?
just one, just Juku's. It put it
Just
out.
mine, and
Oh, okay.
I
Then never
fixed
mind.
mine.
You're like wipe it off because it's got Clyde poop on it. That's why. That's why. Oh, you're like, oh, there it is. It's better.
Is there anything in here? We see anything?
Um, no, not yet. You guys haven't found anything yet.
I'm gonna look in this little cubby hole. Is there anything in of interest in here?
Yeah, that's what Juku just asked. No.
Search for a magic great axe. Want me to roll?
All right, hold on a second, Juku. You're getting a little far. Yeah, this little
All right.
bridge here. There's an encounter here. So as you guys approach this bridge, that's it's not like super well made, but out of some cracks in the back wall back here is like that Indiana Jones scene where the snakes are all slithering out of the little holes. As a whole bunch of poisonous snakes come flying out, and we have initiative. Did I push that? Did it then go?
Nope.
That button.
Nope.
I opened it. I must have clicked on the initiative, but not roll the button.
Fuck
Roll the
this
button.
game.
So a bunch of snakes start pouring out and getting into a mass swarm right over here. As we start the turn with Juku, which makes sense since you're right there. You see all these snakes pouring out.
Juku is going to cast Sacred Flame on them.
Oh, ooh, they
And do nothing.
succeed.
And then take a step closer. Just
Closer, closer. Work. So yeah, you can see Juku like cast down some sacred flames, and most of the snakes just kind of scurry out of the way, and you're
Okay, who's
gonna.
gonna run, jump over to here, and then I'm going to do a quick double take. If there's nothing else coming around, I'm gonna throw my hand axe at them.
As your hand axe goes bloop into the water. Schmedley.
Swarm of snakes. Ugh.
Like moccasins.
Ig. Not that I think shooting a crossbow at them will have much effect, but that's what I've got.
Are they leather with little beads on them? Moccasins?
Yeah, they're like, oh. So ooh, I need to pull that table up because you've got a double fumble. Wait, where? I don't have the fumble table. What's up with that? T for tables. T, where's the T's table? Way down there now. Gotta spell it right. Fumb. All right, so roll a d4.
I don't wanna.
All right, so you you cock back your crossbow right to take a shot, and it like springs out of your hand, like boing, and flies in the air in 1d4 random direction. And fortunately for you, it lands right on the sidewalk in front of you, like clang on the ground. But as you reach to grab it, you feel a forceful pop in your shoulder, and your arm goes limp, and the arm is incapacitated, and melee attacks against you are at advantage until you take a short rest or receive magical healing. So your arm is just like dislocated, your shoulder is. You're like, ah,
No.
pretty nasty fumble. It was a double roll on the table twice. So the swarms of snakes sense Juku over here and don't like, holiness stuff going on. So they're gonna swarm over there and get in his space. So they are actually in Juku's space. They're like sliming. They're coming up on a shell and they're gonna try to bite him. You know, for some love as they miss with a 15. And you can see that they have fangs too. They're like poison dripping off of them too. And that was their turn. Tane I think Tane's gonna. Uh, I think he's gonna come up and start clubbing on these things. He don't care. Where's his club? Oh, he's got Shillelagh, don't he? Maybe he's gonna use that. That's a cantrip. And is that an action? Oh, it's a bonus action too. He's smartly built. Look at that. So as a bonus action, he casts Shenane on his club thingy there, and he's gonna try to hit these swarms of snakes. And Juku jumps out of the way, and so do the snakes as he misses. And Paige.
Okay.
Remember
10.
they're in Juku Square. I don't know if I should move them to here so it makes better sense.
Oh, tokens are unlocked. I'm gonna move here so I can see them, and I will. Shit.
Don't shit right there. You got to cross over that bridge.
Try to produce flame and chuck it at them.
At disadvantage, you need to re-roll that.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
It's still a hit though, but not a crit.
Okay.
For 5 points of damage, smells like burnt snake now.
You can pass for the owl. It's not doing anything.
Work.
All right, so with my nature, am I able to tell if these are water snakes?
You think they're moccasins? Yep. Good
All
movement.
right, then I'm just gonna move up to it then. Take only
Dashing.
5 feet, but I'm not going to risk throwing my axe. I was gonna throw him into the water, but if these are moccasins, then they can swim.
Most snakes can, believe it or not. I've seen a rattlesnake swim right across a pond. Tane, club in action with his shenane on the snakes. Oh, and that's a hit. Nice. Doing 1d8 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. Wow. On the snakes, which they partially resist, but still does 6 points. So he smashes a couple of snakes. Juku, they're like swarming around you.
I'm gonna hope they want to stay with me, and I'm gonna go full on shell defense, and
Let's
I'm
take
gonna
a look.
tuck into my shell.
That might be a smart move. I don't know. Do they?
They're swarming all over me, so I'm hoping they'll stick with me. Keep trying to attack me.
Smedley.
I am going to look at my gimpy dislocated arm, and do I know that it'll take magic to put it back together?
Your shoulder? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have wounds, but I'm casting a cure light wounds on myself to pop my shoulder back into place.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, you're fine. A good berry would have worked too. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be
Okay.
any minor.
I don't know that I still have my good berry. I do have a good berry.
Good berry
If a good berry,
from where?
actually, no, that good berry, they only last a day, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. You
No,
ate
that
it.
good berry's gone. That good berry's long
It's like an
gone.
avocado. You only have like 24 hours while it's ripe, and then it's too ripe. It's like done.
It's a good raisin right now.
There's guacamole. All right, but that's all for me.
Oh, the snakes get to go. Yeah, they're gonna continue to try to get some turtle love. And he's all. Did you apply that to yourself or something?
I sure did.
How does that look? Shell defense, AC4, advantage and save. Okay, cool. So he like drops to the ground and like pulls himself into a shell, like, and the snakes are kind of trying to get in there, but they really can't. And but they're trying to bite through. Let's see. Probably need a crit, right?
I don't know.
Well, why did
18
they
won't
have
do it.
advantage?
Because he goes prone.
Oh, because you go prone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of still a little
Yeah, that's
risky
kind
too,
of.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Well, it would be good for ranged attacks.
for sure. Yeah, but
But he won't be
they
able to use
both
range.
missed. Anyways, Paige, and you can't take
I'm
actions while you're in the shell either, like dodge.
Nope.
smack it with my
And
quarterstaff.
roll into the water.
She's like, just
Yes.
smash, smash, trying to hit these snakes. They're all slithering around. The snakes have to go again, and they're continuing to try to get to through Juku's shell and succeed. Uh
Son of a.
oh. So biting him for 4 points of damage as he feels the coppery taste of poison injected into his flesh as he succeeds because he has advantage on the saving throw versus kind of that does kind of help right there
That did help.
because
Yeah, that
you didn't
absolutely
take
helped.
the poison damage. And Tane is
But with a
clubbing.
DC 10, I would have made it anyway.
Yeah, but it dropped to second seven. Yep.
It dropped a 7, which would have given me an 11. So, but either way,
Um.
it helped.
Oh, swinging his shenane at the snakes, and he's a hitter with this thing here. Hey, bada bada, hey, bada bada, swing, doing another 11 points of damage or 5 points of damage. Page.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my quarterstaff.
Gang pile on the turtle. Gang pile on the turtle.
I don't understand why that didn't go through, but I definitely rolled it. Okay.
Nice. Did you
Nice.
I'll
see it?
take it.
So your target's allies who have line of sight to the attack. There's no allies.
Has no
Uh,
allies.
A garbage
all right.
dice roll.
So you hit this thing. You just you like smash like 3 or 4 of these snakes, and you feel so good about it that you gain inspiration.
Thanks.
Well, that was the roll.
End my turn.
That was your crit roll.
Oh.
So he's on his back. Can I sort of look at Tane and we just spin him really fast and all the snakes fly off?
like, like, like breakdancing. Actually, he's not on his back. He's laying on his down, so he doesn't move very well. He is a little slicker right now, though. You'll have a +2 on it.
Yeah, I was still thinking about throwing him in the water because they would get off of him and swim away, but I don't want to hit him with my great axe. So I'm actually going to.
No, you don't. You won't. You won't bleed through on this attack. You could choppy chop. It's only because they were stuck to the face is why I was doing that.
Right. So he's gonna use this his javelin to sort of stick, get snakes kebabs.
Oh, you got javelin coded as a melee weapon. There you go. Can't hit shit with it. You're better off with your axe. Are you getting mad? He's thinking about raging just because he's getting mad. But Smedley, you're feeling a little better actually. You're like, oh, my shoulder feels good. You pick up your crossbow and you're like, lock and load it. Are you gonna take a shot over there?
Um, Actually, I'm out of crossbow bolts, so this round I'm going to have to take my second quiver of crossbow bolts out of my backpack. Does that count as an action?
No. Well, you gotta. Well, I guess you could have picked up your crossbow last round. Yeah, so you're okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Remember to recover
I
for the
did, but
most part 50% of your
yeah,
bolts.
but I'd been using them up for quite a
Oh,
while, and that was the last of the last. Although I'll get some of those back.
we gotta go pick them up though. Oh, and you hit with it.
Yeah. I figure the ones down here I'm not going to try to pick up. They go in the sewer water. I'm not going after them.
I would assume that your bolts are easier access than like strapped in the bottom of your backpack, you know. They're not under your e-tool and your poncho liner.
No, they're
they're
probably
they're up
hanging on the
top
outside.
somewhere. They're probably up top. But they do resist that damage.
Yeah, I kind of figured they would.
And we're on. Do you want to move or anything, Smedley?
Nope, I want to stay that far away from the snakes.
Juku, you're all like turtled up. Are you gonna come out of your closet? I mean your shell?
Nope. Juku's gonna stay in the closet.
Ooh, I didn't push that. That was just a random occurrence when it happened. All right, so I passed your turn, and the snakes get to go top of the round, and they're gonna continue trying to get some turtle stew going on here, as they missed, blocked by a shield. You have a shield too?
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
Blocks the face hole.
right? I mean, why the shield part? You're in your shell. Why? It seems like a 14 would have been. I guess that does do the math right. Paige,
Going to smack him with my quarterstaff.
smack him, smack him. You can do it. Ah, you didn't
Nope.
crit this time. It was close though. I saw it there. Tane is smacking with his shenane. Oh, and he hits. He's been relentless with this thing. Can he drop him? Not with a 1 point of damage, which is 7, which is half to 3. Screech screeches and Juku turtle shells, right? Continue.
Turtle shells. Yep.
And Smedley, come on, give him some crossbow bolt love. You need to do at least 10 points of damage. Come on, you can do it. 10 points. Roll an 8. Ooh, there it is. You have slain the poisonous snakes. Yay!
All right.
I'm going to take you guys out of initiative and unlock your tokens.
That was unpleasant.
All right, so we are going to bring Screech down here, and I'm actually going to do a DM a little bit fast forward because this tunnel is ridiculously stupid. As you guys are going to get down here. So if you want to move your tokens down where I move Smedley, help me out. I'm gonna start dragging them this way too. As you guys see this little crack here in the in this cave here, and you can see a light flickering out. That's what when you get down to this area, you can see a little bit of light flickering out of this hole, just creeping out a little bit. Uh,
I'll go up and have a look, trying to move as quietly as possible.
so you like, do you have dark vision or are you using a light source? Because it's going to be pretty obvious if you shine a big bright light into a
Well, you
dimly
said there
lit
was
room.
light.
There
You
is
said
a
there was
little
light.
There is a little bit of light coming from inside, but you don't think it's very bright light. You know, it's not a
Oh.
lot. It's not like you think it might be maybe a candle.
All right, I'm gonna look in anyways without.
You're gonna cover up your
Without.
light maybe and then
Yeah,
look in. Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
stick it in the backpack and then look in.
So yeah, there you can see that and I'm gonna put you there so you can see in. You can see sitting in this chair right here is a goblin, and curled up around the chair and at the base of his feet and stuff is 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 a snake. It's enormous. It's got to be 30 feet long. And the goblin is reading a book. And give me a stealth check.
What?
I'm assuming you're kind of being stealthy, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see how stealthy you are. Pretty good. So neither one of them notice you as you peek in. You kind of squat down a little bit because the cave's only like you know 4 to 5 feet tall.
Whole cave?
There's like a you can see a part of a hammock over here, and on this little table is a candle that's burning. Uh, you think there's some kind of art hanging on the wall? You can't quite make it out. You like squint in the room. I mean, it looks like something hanging on the wall, you know, like decorative.
I'll pull back and I'll whisper to them. There's one goblin and one very large snake.
Did the goblin see you?
But it's a goblin reading a book. Who's ever heard of such a thing?
Did you see the title of the book?
No, the light is too dim.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And he was like almost 50 feet away too, so.
Look, I'm just role playing my character, okay?
I speak Orcish so I can yell at it.
Go accuse it of trespassing.
Do goblins speak orc?
Actually, I speak goblin.
Oh, there you go.
I will step into the passageway
Get
and
to kind of stoop down a little bit, you know, kind of.
yeah, I'll get down on my knee
Well, no, you
and
don't have
aim
to go
my.
that low, but you just kind of got to stoop a little bit. It's like 4 to 5 feet high in here, so you know you're like 6 foot with your hat.
from where I'm at with the crossbow pointed at him, I'll say in Goblin, "You there! You're being accused of trespassing. Come out
So
peacefully."
he looks up from his book, kind of a little startled, and you see the snake kind of turns its head and hisses defensively, and in a heavily accented common, he grins toothily and he says, "Oh, hello. I've seen you found my little home, huh? Well, um, you say I'm being accused of something? What can I do for you, friend?"
You can tell me why you're breaking into the inn and stealing food.
What do you mean, stealing food? I haven't stole any food. I've taken some food. They just left it there.
I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. I'm going to have to ask you to stop, or there will be violence.
Uh, Violence? Well, I don't want any violence. I'm not very
I don't
violent.
want violence either, but you cannot take their food anymore.
Oh, um,
Not without paying for it properly.
well, did I I was stealing? I didn't I didn't mean to
Uh,
steal. I don't want to steal. I mean, I'm not used to that word. It's not in Goblin. That's not a word.
no, I understand, but it is a word in common. And the commoner that owns the food doesn't want you taking it any longer.
Oh, I feel so bad. I want to apologize to the person. Can I go ask them for forgiveness?
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Yes, let's accompany you. We'll
Okay.
take you to talk to her. I do not know her well. I do not know how forgiving she would be, but
What?
you can certainly try.
How does she feel about Snapdragon? And he points down to his very giant poisonous snake.
It is an impressive specimen indeed.
He's a
I
good
don't know how
boy.
she feels
He
about it.
pets him on the head. Perhaps he should stay here.
Perhaps. Now, come along quietly.
He says in Goblin, "Stay."
And all the while, I have not taken my crossbow off of him.
Yeah, he says his name is Snot Gargle.
Not Gargle.
I'm Snot Gargle. Who are you? Oh no, I hear
I'm
others. Is there more of you?
I'm Smedley. There are a whole bunch of us.
Just 'cause
Hello.
I was stealing? Oh, that stuff was just sitting around, you know? It's just.
You can state your case. Come along.
Let me pull up the little bit of. You, when you look in this little chamber here, he's. Do you like step in a little bit further, Smedley?
I would have stepped all the way into the opening. Yes.
So like maybe to here or something to get a little better angle. So when you look around
Yeah.
this whole room, you can see that he's got a nice collection of supplies and stuff. You can see stuff that's not just Kaya's either. There's stuff from what you would assume is other areas of Port Nanzaro, and you think he's been down here a while. This isn't like a month. This is months of collecting and stuff. And you're kind of educated in the jungle um, side of things, why don't you give me like a history check? Unless you've got something as a ranger that's a little better than we would assume history for stuff going on in the jungle. Uh,
Ah,
do
I have
do you have
nature.
jungle as your
I do. I have nature as I think I have it written down as forest because they
no,
didn't offer jungle.
yeah,
No,
but
it's written
it's
down as
not
jungle.
it's not really nature. It's and you'll see, but I'll give you advantage on the history roll.
His, I'll take that. I'm skilled in history as well.
All right, well, you almost forgot this information. You're like, since you rolled a one, but you recognize the mask that's hanging on the wall as a symbol of uh, the Battery goblins in the jungle, which is one of the larger goblin tribes in the jungle. And this particular mask is of the biting ant tribe. I mean, a 19 is a pretty damn good roll. So the biting ant tribe of the Battery goblins, and I'm gonna post that in chat for your notes, so you don't have to copy it. It's a mask hanging on the wall.
Ah, I see you are of the biting ant tribe, or is that a trophy?
He looks kind of big-eyed at you, and he looks back at it. Let's see what his.
Yes, I've read all about it.
He's like, you know of the biting ant tribe?
Yes, we have a whole
I.
collection of your masks back at Academy.
He kind of looks down at his feet and he looks a little sad and he says, I suppose I'm no longer a member of the tribe anymore since I left. He looks a little sad, but
I
what can
won't
you
tell
do?
anybody.
He's like, what can you do? And then you notice that he's got like some like underneath his clothing and stuff, he's kind of got some decoration on that you recognize would be from the tribe as well that he's wearing underneath. I mean, you can't really make it out because it's kind of covered up in clothing and stuff, but you see that he's got something under there. As we just got raided by Marbanya with 3 raiders. What's up, guys? Fenric, Marbanya, and who's the third chode that came over? Let's see. We're pretty full in the stream tonight, huh? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we're getting close to wrapping up too. We got about 10 more minutes or so. They just rescued Snot Gargle, or not rescued, but found a Snot Gargle, the goblin that's been pillaging some places in Port Nanzaro and has a little hideout in the sewers. And they've been wandering around in the sewers. They're probably pretty rank right now. Wouldn't you guys think? You guys are pretty
Yes,
funky,
in need of a
funky.
bath.
So you guys are gonna so he gets some of his belongings together, like a bag, and stuffs some stuff in it, and he's like, I'll come with you. I want to apologize for stealing. I'm not really a thief, you see, but when stuff's just laying around, it's personal belongings in the Goblins tribe.
Well,
So,
if you're going to
so
live among humans,
you know
you
of the
must
biting
learn of
ant
our
tribe?
customs.
You you heard of
Yes,
us?
yes.
Wow, that's impressive. Most of the goblins aren't super friendly.
So I've gathered. But come along, you can state your case to the owner. Perhaps some sort of arrangement can be made. But
I
if
hope
you're
so.
going to live if you're going to live in the among humans, you're going to have to learn our customs.
You
And
think
things in cellars are not just laying around to us. We put them there for safekeeping. so you can't take them. Now, come on out. Come along with us.
Okay. He picks up a spear as well. Let me double check to see if that's what he's got. He actually has a scimitar and a couple of javelins.
Bring them if you must, but I don't think we'll be needing them.
This the
That all
scimitar
depends upon you.
the scimitar looks, all rusty and beat up and stuff. But the javelins look kind of nice. They got the little flag on a couple of them that symbolizes his tribe, the the biting ant tribe. Uh, you think I should bring my mask? Hmm. He looks back at it as he comes towards you guys.
Yes, masks are required everywhere you go.
Really? I like that.
What she said.
That's kind of like how it is back in the tribe.
I was just joking.
Oh, I like this token. Hee 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 hee
Aw,
hee hee.
so cute.
Goblins are the master race, you know.
They're
After
adorable,
humans have died out, there will still be goblins.
indeed.
Uh,
At Dobby.
yeah, it looks a little bit like Gobbly. He's a Gobbly. Uh, Miss Bentley,
I just
give me another or another history roll at advantage once you see this mask up close. Oh yeah, definitely. The mask is a biting ant tribe royalty mask, meaning it represents one of the royal family members of the tribe. And he tucks it into, he tucks it under his arm and he comes walking with you guys. What's the person's name I have to apologize to?
Kaya?
Kaya? Yeah.
Is she nice? He looks a little worried. I don't
Um,
I don't like when women are mad at me. I
well,
get scared.
I'll
if,
tell
if
And he
him.
if
and
you
he
come
sees
along,
he
I'll put
sees
in a good word
Paige and
for her
he's
as
like he
long as you
looks up
don't
at
give us
her.
any trouble.
Oh,
I just want I
I'm not
want
gonna
him
give
to
you any
know
trouble.
that I think that the he should get a fair trial, and hopefully if he's found guilty that we can get him a fair punishment for such a small crime.
Back in the tribe, if someone fails the trial, they get eaten. I hope I don't get eaten.
That's not
Trust
how
me,
we do things.
there's nobody here that wants to eat you.
Oh,
Trust, trust
phew,
me on that.
I was afraid of that. That's why I stayed down here, 'cause you hear all kinds of stuff when you're, in the jungle with a bunch of goblins. And
Yeah.
most of them aren't, you know, they don't read. You have to read to be smart.
I agree.
It's like, well, come along, and I will put in a good word for you. And then in Goblin, I'm going to say, Your Majesty.
He's like, hey, 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 hey. Oh, it takes him a second, and he's like, oh, how did you know? And
I'm
then he looks
smart.
down at his
I
mask, and
read
he
it in
looks
a
up at
book.
you, sees you kind of looking at his mask, and oh, I guess you can just call me Prince, not Gargle.
It might actually work to your favor.
Yeah.
If you tell us why, if you are a prince, are you no longer part of your tribe?
Well,
This I've got to hear.
me and my mom had an argument, and she scared me, so I ran away. My mom's Queen Grabstab. Uh-huh. She's the queen of the biting ant tribe, and I've got lots of brothers and sisters, so I really don't think she missed me.
Is he saying this in common or
Yeah,
goblin?
he speaks good common. When he gets frustrated or something, he may switch to goblin, or scared or something. But his intelligence is a 10, so he's pretty intelligent. He's got a chain shirt and a shield as well. So
Can I ask
it's
him
a.
what book he was reading?
Oh, I, I, I guess I stole this too, but it's a book on how to make drinks. You know what a cosmopolitan is?
N- no.
No.
I don't either, but it's in this book.
Do you remember where you took this book from? Perhaps we can return it to its rightful owner?
Um, yeah, it was in that cellar
Okay.
that
All right. Let's
where I
take
got
that
all
back.
those boxes from.
And he points to some of the other boxes and crates, and it looks like he's been doing this for a while.
He says, uh, several years ago, I or left. Oh, so I've been down here for a while, I think.
So he says, the story is several years ago, Prince Snotgargle, son of Queen Grabstab of the Biting Ant tribe of the Battery Goblins, left home after a heated argument with his mother about the future of the tribe. He's been living in Port Nanzaro's sewers for most of that time, learning about these civilized folks. But living in the civilized world by their rules means money, which he doesn't have. So he found a way to take from the folks in the city, namely by pillaging a few shops and inns that he's found access to through the sewers. Kea, the astute and meticulous owner of Kea's House of Repose, noticed that things are disappearing from her cellar. So that's where you guys come in. And we're gonna skip down to, let's see if there's any continuation.
Are you finished with any of those books? May I have one?
They don't.
Uh, sh- sure,
They
I,
don't
I
belong
I
to
read
him.
this
And he hands you the one that's got how to be a good bartender in Port Nanzaro.
I don't know what
I'll
most of that
give
stuff is, but
I'll give him a gold piece. This is how you do it.
Well,
You give
look,
him a
now you're
gold?
buying stolen goods.
You just purchased stolen goods.
no, he
You're an
just rented
accomplice
it.
now.
You gotta return it when you're done, right?
But he paid for it.
No, he
No,
rented it.
we should return it to the person it belongs to.
It's on consignment or something. Uh,
I was going to
So,
give it to you, but if you don't want it,
To me,
I'm not going to read it.
You should attempt to
so it
return it
says
to its
You
owner.
said you were looking
Snotgargle.
for books.
I mean, yes, books, but not stolen books.
uh, well, if I'm giving it back, then it's not stolen anymore, right?
Right, right. I will take the book back to its rightful owner.
You can read it first, though. It's not that long, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So you just skip through all the funny stuff that you don't understand, like what is vodka, and I don't know what gin is. I don't know any of that stuff.
I know what gin is.
Yeah, I don't.
So Snotgargle may be stealing and may have a giant poisonous snake named Snapdragon as a pet, but he's not evil, nor is he really even aware that what he's doing is wrong. If the
Right.
characters were to fight him, he would defend himself, but if they ask him to come to the surface and bring him to Kaya, he will ask for forgiveness. So Kaya listens to his story and will see the goblins as something curious and possibly useful. She rewards the player and gives Snotgargle a place to stay in the inn while she decides what his fate should be. So she's going to decide on that, and that's where we're going to stop for the evening, as you guys have made your 150 gold pieces. Did they give me a parcel? Let's see. Did whoever did this little deal? What do you guys think of this little encounter? It's pretty good.
I liked
Fine.
it.
I
Yeah,
think they.
I
I
didn't
think
get
That's
the.
fire
nice.
I think
Ah,
the sewers could have been played out a little bit better, you know. No, they didn't,
I
but
like
it's easy enough to give 150 gold. Party sheet.
I like the
I was a
fact that
little
the
worried
final
about the
boss
dark
doesn't have
mantles.
to be fought.
right.
Yeah, those things
That's
were.
true.
And my fat fingers gave you 158 gold, and then it went away. So I will push that to you guys. There you guys go. Everybody gets 31 gold pieces. Yay!
I will
So,
give Kaya her book back.
oh, she says that you can keep it if you wish.
Thank you.
We actually have several copies of those around.
What was it called? Guide to Good Bartending?
Yeah, so
Bartending
it's a
for dummies.
bartending in Port Nanzaro. All right, I'm gonna clean this map up real quick and unshare it with you guys as we are done. So let's take a look at the calendar. What are we on for? The 15th or something? When do we play this game again? I think the
We
I think
are
the
New Year's.
next
8th.
scheduled for January 15th.
So yeah, January 15th, almost a month away until we play Jungles of Chult again because of holidays and the other off schedule. So when we come back, hopefully we'll have a full crew again. Tane is going through chemo, and I think he's off for a little while on that stuff. But yeah, I think we're gonna have some jungle action when we come back, though. I'm gonna have some stuff lined up for you guys to get out of the city and into the jungle where you guys can can try to survive out there. But tomorrow night, I will be DMing over on Rob's channel for some Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, and that one will be the last session until what did Rob say? Because we're done. He's done for 5 weeks or whatever. We're back in February. We won't be back or something. I forget.
Hmm.
It's like all of January.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
takes all of
So
January off.
yeah, so all of January will be off. So that would be the last session. So I'm going to try to kill the players off so they have to re-roll. No, I'm kidding. But there's Rob's information if you guys want to watch that. Rime of the Frost Maiden. They are what are you guys? Third level, fourth level over there? I forget. And then Sunday, normally I was running against the Giants, but I've got another couple of players out. So we will not be running that until January 7th. And Thursday nights on Marbania, we're not doing that until back in January as well. So for all you guys that come and watch the stream and hang out, spend some time with your family over the holidays and clean the gutters out and clean that shed shit out that you haven't done in a while. And for all you guys up north, other than John or AKA Matakiri, get out your snowblowers and make sure they run because that's going to suck if you can't get it started and you're trying to clean your sidewalks out. Uh, and I opened
What?
up the house
Oh,
today because it's a nice 60 degrees out right now in South Florida. It's lovely.
Oh, shut up.
It's lovely. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow
It's
to 75.
24 right now.
24. Brr. All right, so I'm going to
It'll be
throw up
9.
the ending stream stuff, and I'm going to see if there's anybody we want to go raid. But I appreciate everyone hanging out in chat, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I need about 40 more subscribers to get rid of this long URL. So give me a subscription. I don't care. You can drop it in a few weeks. I don't care, but I need them to get them. All right. So I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Say goodbye to the stream, players.
Thanks for your hard work,
Bye.
Drake. Appreciate
Everybody.
you
Thanks,
letting me
Drake.
jump in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
thank
I
you.
really appreciate you joining it. It was great. I had three other people, and you were top of the list. So, I mean, I had one guy lined up. I'm like, his internet doesn't work so well, and then you said you were gonna play. I'm like, scratched them all off. There you go. Sorry if you didn't get on the table, but all right. So that's it. We're out. You guys take it easy. Later.